We often hear that self-love is the foundation for loving others. It's a common belief, a societal mantra even. Love yourself first, then you can truly love another. But what if that premise is flawed? What if the journey to self-love doesn't always follow a linear path? What if loving others can be a stepping stone to loving ourselves? For years, I struggled with the concept of self-love. It felt elusive, like a destination I couldn't quite reach. The more I tried to force it, the further away it seemed. I judged myself harshly, focusing on my flaws and shortcomings. This internal struggle created a barrier, making it difficult to fully embrace and love myself. Then something shifted. Through my work as a researcher, I began to truly listen to the stories of others. I heard tales of resilience, vulnerability, and deep compassion. I witnessed the power of human connection and the transformative nature of empathy. As I delved deeper into the lives of others, something unexpected happened. I began to understand myself better. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another, became my unlikely guide. As I listened with an open heart, I began to see the world through different lenses. I encountered diverse perspectives, each one shaping my understanding of the human experience. I learned that my struggles, my perceived flaws, were not unique. They were part of the shared human tapestry, connecting me to others in profound ways. One particular research project involved interviewing individuals who had experienced significant trauma. Their stories were raw, painful, and deeply moving. At first I hesitated, unsure if I could handle the emotional weight of their experiences, but as I listened, something remarkable happened. I felt a deep sense of compassion welling up within me. I realized that judgment, both of myself and others, was a barrier to connection. To truly understand someone, I had to let go of my preconceived notions and meet them where they were. This practice of empathy, of holding space for the pain and joy of others, opened my heart in ways I never thought possible. My work as a focus group moderator further illuminated this connection between empathy and self-love. In these groups, I facilitate conversations among diverse individuals, encouraging them to share their thoughts and experiences. As I listen to their stories, I'm struck by the range of emotions and perspectives present in the room. Each person brings their unique history, their own set of joys and struggles. This realization led me to a profound insight. My own internal world is like a focus group. It's a collection of different me's, each with its own voice and perspective. There's the me that's afraid, the me that's joyful, the me that's angry. These internal voices, often in conflict with one another, create the soundtrack of my life. For years, I tried to silence the voices I deemed negative or unproductive. I wanted to present a unified, perfect version of myself to the world. But through my work with others, I began to understand that these internal conflicts are not flaws, but rather opportunities for growth and self-acceptance. Just like a skilled focus group moderator, I can learn to listen to my internal voices with curiosity and compassion. I can acknowledge their presence without judgment, creating a space where all parts of myself feel heard and validated. This doesn't mean agreeing with every thought or giving in to every impulse. It means approaching my internal world with the same empathy and understanding I extend to others. Embracing the full spectrum of my being, the good, the bad, and the messy, is an act of radical self-love. It's about recognizing that my worthiness is not dependent on perfection, but rather on my willingness to show up as my authentic self. And as I practice self-compassion, I find that loving others becomes not a prerequisite, but a natural overflow of the love I'm cultivating within. So perhaps the journey to self-love isn't about silencing the cacophony within, but rather about turning up the volume on empathy. When we learn to listen to ourselves and others with open hearts, we create a space for healing, connection, and ultimately love.